Hi friends, it's so great to see you. I really miss it when I don't post a video, but sometimes life happens. So anyway, I am just so excited and I'm so grateful to you guys. I've surpassed 1,000 subscribers. It was like all of a sudden, there it was. I was so excited. So anyway, that's a really cool thing for me. I mean, YouTube for me it's not work. It's not a job. It's just a delightful thing that I love to do. And reaching 1,000 subscribers, I know that's not a lot compared to some channels, but it's just so exciting for me. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming back and visiting with me. I really feel like when I make a video, you guys are here with me, usually in my kitchen, and we're just having a chat. And I love that. I love when friends come over to visit. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So anyway, I wanted to finish my little product demo kind of, do I want to keep this, don't I want to keep this in my kitchen? So I looked for it's called the Stone Wave. It's that little, I'll get it, hang on. I'm sure you've all seen this, and it's nothing new, but when I was doing my cabinet, and I did a video on that yesterday. If you want to check that out, I'll leave it linked below. But, it's this little thing. And I thought, well, I haven't used it. Never used it. Bought this several years ago, put it in my cupboard, and there it stayed. But I thought, this is a really good thing, maybe for portion control, for one meal, because it's really hard to cook for one person. So I thought, I want to at least try it before I decide to keep it or not. And so I want to do a recipe in this today. So, and I got this, guess where I got this? At Mark's, where I get everything. And I'm sure it was like $1.99 or $2.99. Now I looked online and they sell for like, I think around $10, and you can get them on QVC. I'm sure Amazon has them. If I find a link, I'll link it below. But I'm not sponsored. I'm just doing a fun thing to see if these things work. So I want to make a meal in here today and see what I can come up with and if it's even worth keeping. Because if everything tastes like it's steamed or boiled, you want some flavor in your food too. So I want to do that. And then I still have the chopper. And then, oh, here I go. I'm not very well prepared, am I? And then when I was going through my phase of baking sourdough bread, which I've done a video on, and I'll leave that link below too, but this little gadget was $3.99 from Mark's, and it's a electronic spoon scale. And some of the recipes that I had found online for sourdough were actually done in milliliters, and so I wanted to give this a try, and so I haven't really tried it yet. Again, who knows, I bought it a while ago. It was still in the box, but it's got a couple little attachments. It's got a spoon, and this is the device, and then it's got a measuring cup, and they kind of snap in. So I want to try that and see if this is a yay or nay keeper. And then I have the chopper thing that I want to try. So I got to find a recipe. I couldn't find my little recipe book that came with it. I know I have it somewhere, but you can get the recipes online too. So anyway, I'll be back in a little while, and I will cook something with you. So stay for lunch or dinner, depending on when you're looking at this video. All right, my friends, I really the main thing I wanted to do is to thank you all for your support, and I'm just tickled. I never even thought I would get to 1,000 subscribers. So anyway, I'll be back in a little while and we'll make dinner.
Well, this is exciting. Look what I found this morning. These are the slice of tomato that I planted, probably about 3 days ago, and they're up already. Isn't that exciting? It is for me. If you're a gardener, stuff like this really gets you excited. So I wanted to share that with you. And then these are little lemon trees that I planted, actually last year. But they're doing really well too, and there's 2 of them in there. So I doubt if I'll get lemons, but they're still pretty and fun to have. I like to share my garden every now and then because it's still winter, and this keeps some of the outdoors inside. So here's my little Zen garden. Electric candle there. So here's a moment of zen. My orchids are starting to bloom. Buds. So there's one. This one is looking kind of sad. I don't know what's happening to this one, but I think I need to maybe repot it. It's not doing well, but it's getting a blossom. I don't know if you can see that. Capture it on there very well. But, well, okay. Trust me, this one's getting a blossom even though it is looking pretty sad. And then I have this one. It's also getting a blossom. So these little things excite me. And here's the rest of my indoor garden. My Norfolk Island pine. I have 2 of them. This one is really doing well. I like to put little fairy lights in these around Christmas time. So these get really big after a while. And this one I got, I think it was last summer, and it's really growing nicely too. Sorry there for the fingers. And then of course this is my monster plant. I love this thing. My little granddaughter got me that little smiley flower for Christmas. It cheers everything up. And here we go. Whoa. And I have really high ceilings here. It likes the skylight above it. So I just wanted to share a little bit of outdoor greenery indoors with you guys. It's February. Actually sunny out. It's a nice day, but it's chilly. So hang in there, spring's around the corner. Good morning, guys. I'm going to make some breakfast sausage, and I'm going to use my Stone Wave. I'm going to give it a test. So anyway, I was thinking this is about just the size of a patty. So I'm going to mix up some things and see if I can't make some just a patty in here. I think that would be a good size for one. And it says it only takes like 2 or 3 minutes to cook something. So anyway, these are the ingredients I'm going to try using. I haven't made this before, so it could be good. It could be a bomb. We'll find out. So here I have a 1/4 cup of textured vegetable protein because it's got a lot of protein and I don't eat meat. So I imagine you could make this with meat too, because the little booklet it comes with says you can even make a 1 serving meatloaf in there. So I don't know. Anyway, this is about 1/4 cup of quick oats. I made a flax egg, 1 tablespoon of flax meal, 3 tablespoons of water because I need a binder. This is, you can use either apple cider vinegar, or I use my my kombucha vinegar, and that's about 2 teaspoons. And the reason I use that is because sometimes with vegetable protein and things like that, it has a little different taste, and this kind of counteracts a little bit. So here I have a tablespoon of soy sauce, a little bit of maple syrup, not quite a tablespoon. It depends on how sweet you like it. You can do a tablespoon. I did about half a tablespoon. I had a tablespoon of red pepper, roasted red pepper hummus left. That's going in. This is about a tablespoon of mushroom powder. You can make your own, very easy. This is a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, because those of us that don't eat meat, we need our B vitamins, and that's a good source of it. And it's got a nice cheesy flavor. And in here I have a plethora of sausage seasonings. So this is paprika, this is marjoram, pepper, ground fennel, this is sage, this is onion powder, and underneath here is garlic salt. I've got a little bit of it's Backstone breakfast blend. I got it at Walmart. You can leave that out. A few red pepper flakes, because I don't like mine too spicy. So anyway, that's the, and a pinch of cloves. So that's the spice blend I kind of came up with. I figured that's kind of what they use in sausage. So what I'm going to do now is mix the liquids together and add a little water. Then I'll mix these 2 dry ingredients together, add the flax egg, but I'll be back and show you what I do. But I wanted to go over these ingredients before I forget what they are, because I haven't written this down yet. And you never know, I may come up with a winner. So I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll cook this baby. Hi, okay, here we go. Here's all my ingredients. They say you can mix in here too. Like I said, not sponsored, just a fun experiment. And a purging thing if it doesn't work. So, and these are great, I think, for one serving, so it might be useful for that. But anyway, let's get to it. All right, I'm going to mix my wet ingredients first. Here goes the vinegar, my kombucha vinegar. Here goes the soy sauce. Here goes the maple syrup. All right. And here's the flax egg. If you eat eggs, you can put an egg in here, you know, or you could make a chia seed egg, but I'm going to make a flax egg. It's what I have, and you know how I like to use up what I have. So that's going in. And I'm not sure if I got these seasonings right. I hope I didn't make it too salty, but you know, you can always adjust your seasonings to taste. And I haven't really made sausage seasoning so I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to give this a good mix up. And I'm just using a fork. And this I'm going to have to add some water to, I think. I'm not sure. I'll see after I mix the oatmeal and the TVP in, because they're going to have to sit for a little bit. All right, so I'm going to put that aside for a minute. And then before I put my dry ingredients in with the wet ingredients, I'm going to add my seasonings to the TVP and the oatmeal. So I like to mix up my spices before I put them in. If this is a good, I want to work on a sausage recipe. Kind of came up with this, this morning, because I'm a seat of my pants cooker kind of gal. So anyway, it smells good. So I'm going to put that in with the TVP because I want to mix all these dry ingredients together before I add the wet. And this is the mushroom powder and the nutritional yeast. Somewhere in my video land here, I do have how I make my mushroom powder. It's so easy, and it's, expensive if you buy it. So okay, that's going to go in. And then this is the oatmeal that's going to go in. And I'm just going to take this and whisk it all together and try not to make a mess. I just want to get these spices real well incorporated into the dry mix so that I don't have any hot spots. And this might even be enough for 2 sausages. I don't know. Like I said, I've never done this before. And I'm thinking you might want to add a little tiny bit of oil to this, because sausage does have a little bit of oil. So this is the red pepper hummus. I'm going to mix this in with the wet ingredients too. So we will see, because this is going to have to sit. So I'm going to mix this hummus up and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I've got a 1/4 cup of water standing by here just in case, but I'm going to put my dry ingredients in here now. This is all nice and mixed up. I tasted it. It tastes pretty good. If you don't have roasted red pepper hummus, use any hummus you have. If you don't have hummus, smash up some chickpeas and you can put those in. I like to put hummus or chickpeas or anything like that in my recipes oftentimes when I'm making a meat recipe, just simply for, well, first of all, the flavor, because it tastes good, but secondly, it adds more protein to the meatless dish. So okay, here we go. In goes that, and like I said, we're going to leave this sit for a while. And since oatmeal swells up and the textured vegetable protein swells up too, yeah, I can already see we're going to need more water. So I'm going to add 1/2 the 1/4 cup and mix it up. But I'm thinking I'm going to need the whole thing. You want to make it to a consistency that when it's done swelling up, that it'll hold together. So, yep, I'm going to add the whole 1/4 cup. And when this is done, I'm going to let this sit for about an hour and then see how it is. And it might need more water. I'm not sure. Right now, this is what it looks like. It looks a little bit soupy, but all that water is going to soak into the textured vegetable protein and also the oatmeal. So I'm going to give this a little taste. And, it's not like tasting raw meat or raw eggs. So I'm just going to give this a little taste and see if it needs anything. pretty tasty. I think that'll be good. I think it could use a touch more sage. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more sage because I like the taste of sage, but on the other hand, you don't want to add too much because it's very powerful. So I'm going to add just a little tiny bit more. And a lot of this is to taste, you know, you don't have to go by my recipe. So I would say maybe another 1/8 of a teaspoon of sage. That's going to go in. And also I want to add a little bit of thyme. And you don't need a lot of thyme either because it's a strong herb. And you know, if you have a garden, think about growing some thyme. It's so pretty. So I'm going to add like, I'm going to start with 1/8 of a teaspoon of thyme. Let's grind it up a little bit. And mix that in. See, it's already thickening up. I like cooking with TVP. They also have a lot of different flavors of TVP online. I have some in my wish list, but right now, since I'm doing no spend, low spend, I'm just kind of keeping things on hand that I already have and using those up. But down the road, they have ham flavored TVP. They have taco flavored, all kinds. So I would like to try those, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to use up what I have. I have a lot of seasonings that I can use up. All right, let me taste it again now. That's good. All right, I'm going to cover that up. Let it sit for about an hour. You don't have to let it sit that long. Half an hour is fine. But I'm going to let it sit. And then I'm going to give it a final taste once it all incorporates and see if it needs anything else. All right, so I'll be back and we'll try this handy dandy stone wave. Well, I did warn you I love kitchen gadgets, and it's just me. All right, I'll be back. So while I'm waiting, I just wanted to say, because I always come up with more to say, this is a little trick that I learned from my friend over there at Minimalism by Ann. And what she says she did, she was out of oil at one point, and she had some natural peanut butter. So what she did was she took the oil from the peanut butter and used it to cook. So I have a little bit of oil from peanut butter because I really don't like it that oily, so I pour it off. So what I'm going to do now, this does not say to oil it. In fact, it says it does. It's like no stick. But because I'm making like a sausage kind of thing, I'm just going to oil this just a little bit with some of this peanut oil. Because I think I do need a little bit of oil in this recipe. So I'm going to oil that, and I'm going to put just a little bit of oil also in with the TVP mixture. So if you don't have any oil, give that a try. So thanks for that tip, Ann. I'm going to use it. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's get this show on the road. So I'm thinking this is nice and firm now. And I'm thinking this is way too much for one patty unless it was a patty this big. As you can see the difference. So I'm going to make 2 patties. So first of all, I'm going to divide this in half. And like I said, I did use a little peanut oil in here to grease it. It's not necessary according to what they say, but I'm not real good at following directions. So I'm going to put some of this in here. And I'm hungry, so I'm hoping this turns out. So I'm just going to try half. And I'm going to just smush this down into a little patty. Now the directions say, I think it was, I'm kind of going with the meatloaf recipe, which actually uses meat. So you can use regular meat with this too. You know, you just add your seasonings and your maple syrup and your soy sauce and all that. You don't have to bother with the TVP and the oatmeal. So, you know, you do you. All right, I'm just going to take this away from the edges a little bit. I'll show you in a second what I'm doing. So, all right, there it is. And then you put the lid on. And let me see what the directions say, how long. All right, it says 3 minutes, but that was for a meatloaf recipe that was at least 2 or 3 times this much. So I'm going to do this for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to check it and see if I need to do it for any more time. So, but I have to move the camera because it's right in front of my microwave. So I'm going to put you guys down here for a minute. Oops. There we go. And here's my chopper that I want to test, and I want to do an apple with that. So I'm going to put this in the microwave, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's check this out. So it said to cook it 3 minutes. I cooked it 2. That wasn't enough. So I gave it 2 more minutes. And oh, and then it says leave it sit a minute. So, okay, sat a minute. So I don't know. I cooked it 4 minutes instead of 3. So this might be too much. I don't know. But look at that. Whoa! I'm impressed. Let's see how it tastes. I might be onto something here. Like I said, I don't know. I may have cooked it too long, but it looks good. So let me taste it. I think I might have to tweak some things, but I'm thinking this is a winner. So let's taste it. That's good. I think 4 minutes is just a little bit too much to cook it. So next time I make one, I'm going to try 3 minutes and just follow those directions. But yeah, I would definitely make this again. Like I said, adjust your seasonings to your taste. And it may take a couple times, but I'll tell you, this is really tasty. I'm going to have this for breakfast with some of my homemade bread. And yep, it's a winner. All right, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to dice an apple in here and see how that turns out. So let me prep that and I'll get back to you. So I want to see if I'm going to keep this or not. But the sausage is good. This little thing works. Okay, I've peeled my apple, and I was going to tell you too, you could even make an apple sage sausage if you have some apple left that you want to get rid of, or you want to try different flavorings with your sausages. You could put spinach in there, but allow for the extra moisture of spinach or zucchini, anything like that. You can put fresh onion in there, but I think it's a winner, especially if you're a single person or just two people. So anyway, this is the chopper, and this part you can make bigger pieces with, but I want to make a fruit salad later, and this is to dice. It's small. So I'm going to try this one first, and I have an apple here. Now they say to quarter it and then try it, but I think those pieces are going to be a little big for my fruit salad, so I'm going to cut the quarters in half. I guess like that. So let's see. All right, here we go. Well, that worked. An apple isn't real hard though, and the pieces are a nice size. So let's try it again. Actually, that was pretty easy. So I guess if you're going to make big bunches of fruit salad and stuff, it might come in handy. So I guess I will use it. I made this fruit salad the other day and it was so good. But I don't have any more grapes. But I do have a lot of frozen fruit that I'm going to put in here. And then I put a little bit of my sweetener in there. I suppose I could do it this way. I put a little bit of my sweetener in there, and you can put all kinds of things in it. Put some lemon juice in, a little bit, just to keep the apples and things from growing brown. All right, well that worked. So I don't know how it would work on harder things, or I have to try and dice an onion later. But that's pretty good. And the pieces are a nice size. So I guess I'll keep that too. All right, I'll be back in a little bit and finish up my chat. Oh, I'm back. Still cooking. I just wanted to show you what I did with my apple. So I had an orange, still from my produce haul, an apple. I'm all out of grapes. Those are the only two fresh fruits that I still have left, but I've got lots of frozen fruits. So I had some cherries, pineapple, mango, peaches, blueberries, and I actually had some mulberries frozen because I have a mulberry tree in the back. And you can make mulberry tea too out of the leaves. I haven't tried it, but I'm going to try that this summer. To get the mulberries, I kind of have to hurry up before the birds all get them. So we'll see what kind of harvest is out there this year. And that's growing in the little woods that I have behind my house, so it's kind of a foraging kind of thing, which is fun. I wish we had mushrooms back there, but I don't know enough about them to be safe doing that. But anyway, this is the little fruit salad I'm making, and that'll last a few days. And I did put a little bit of natural sugar on here, not much, but this frozen fruit, as it thaws, it's going to provide enough moisture so that it'll make a nice little fruit sauce, juice, whatever. So I'm also going to add, to keep down on the sugar, I have 4 packets of Truvia that I found down in my pantry. So Like I said, I like the whole earth better, but I want to use this up. So I'm going to put 4 packets of that in here. And like I said, there's maybe a tablespoon of natural sugar in here. So I'm going to let this thaw. I'm going to put the lid on. And there's a fruit salad for the rest of the week. All right, I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, well, that was fun. I just came back to say goodbye till next time. All right, so that made 2 sausage patties. That was quick and easy, and I'm going to keep that little stoneware pot. So that was a winner. The chopper worked out okay. So try out your things before you get rid of them. We all create too much garbage and too much landfill stuff. So if you've already bought things, give them a try. And if you can't use them, then pass them on to somebody else that'll love them. So many times when I'm driving around, I just see tree lawns full of perfectly good stuff that people just don't take to the recycle or to, they just put it in the trash. I don't get it. Give it to somebody that at least can use it. So anyway, I don't want to talk too much here anymore. The final recipe for the patties is going to be below. I did tweak a couple things. So that's all I have for you today. And I'll see you real soon. And just want to say I love you guys. I wish you abundant blessings. And I'll see you next time.